There's nothing quite like a holiday or a Christmas concert, and it doesn't get any more than a Christmas concert than December 23rd. Samara Joy is going to be bringing her incredibly talented voice and performance style to Saratoga Springs. It's a beautiful building, Universal Preservation Hall, when it's lit up at night. Samara, you'll get to see that on the 23rd. First of all, thanks for doing the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever been to Saratoga Springs, so I'm excited to see all the beauty.
Yeah, hopefully you get to see a little bit of it, but the way it's decorated and lit up on Broadway for the holidays is it's a special place for sure. Everyone in the Capital Region of New York would agree with that. All right, let me just start with some of the basics here. As I speak with people who are more talented than me, I always kind of ask these types of things. How did you land on the genre of music that you have now perfected? Why jazz?
Jazz was introduced to me when I was in high school, towards the end of high school, but I didn't really strike up. Sorry if you hear the noise of Broadway in the background, but um, I didn't, I wasn't really very interested in it until I got to college for it,
Yeah.
and really immersed myself in the program and the people and my peers and professors that were at SUNY Purchase where I went in Westchester, Purchase, New York, um, and so, I mean, I always grew up listening to my parents' music, Motown and
Mm.
funk and soul and things like that. So I guess I was attracted to jazz because of that, because I'm, not really used to listening to contemporary music, so to speak. But a whole world opened up to me when I found out. I was like, oh, there's this style of singing, this style of music. I want to know more. I'm from New York, so I should know more. But it made me want to know more. Being around all of the people in school.
When did it hit you? And maybe it was Lincoln Center, which is such an iconic venue, especially for this music. When did it hit you that you had reached such a high level? You're a two-time Grammy nominee, but was there a moment where you performed at a certain place or in front of a certain audience that you thought, "Wow, I didn't know I'd be here"?
It definitely happened over the summer. I got the chance to sing at a Umbria Jazz Festival in Perugia, Italy, and I opened for Tom Jones for about 4,000 people in Italy, and I was like, okay, all right. I definitely didn't expect this. This is not in the bingo cards for 2022, but here we are.
I saw in your travel, music has taken you so many places, domestically, internationally. Give me one spot aside from there in Italy that really kind of just maybe took your breath away, or was a pinch me moment, or you thought, if not for music, I would never be in this place.
Mm. It had to have been when we were in Paris, France this past October. Um, and we played at this wonderful club called New Morning. And I wasn't expecting this, but they took out all the chairs because they're like, we completely sold out this evening. And so we won't have room for people to sit. And so, like, and they were like, there's about 400 people, 500 people coming up to fill this club, and everybody's sitting and standing and everything. But they were, excited to see our show, which was, that was like, okay, I can't believe, all the energy in the room, everybody's so hype. I was like, wow, unbelievable.
Samara, why a holiday show? And again, it's coming to Universal Preservation Hall in Saratoga Springs on December 23rd. What is it about the time of year, the music itself, that maybe you enjoy so much that you are going to dedicate certain parts of your tour to this music?
Well, I realized that even though I grew up in a musical family, I guess I'm just realizing that not everybody has that. I was always used to just, well, we go to the holiday, we go to somebody's
Yeah.
house, we sing, we gather and stuff. That's just what we do. And so I'm excited now for the holidays. I'm going to share what that means to me with everybody else, as far as performing with my family, getting the chance to sing with them and share and kind of like fellowship like that. So, um, yeah, it always reminds me of family and music. And I'm so glad that I can put those two elements together on this tour, and especially in Saratoga Springs.
Okay, it's well written that people like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan are influences of yours, but you say you grew up in a musical household. Where were your original influences in terms of either playing or singing?
In terms of singing, definitely first and foremost my family, but um, I got introduced to people like Layla Hathaway and her father Donnie, um, and Stevie Wonder and
Mm.
um, Luther Vandross and people like the Supremes, the Isley Brothers, everything. So yeah, those are my beginnings, I guess.
Yeah. There's nothing like a Motown sound. Who
Mhm.
who have you met in person in your journey that
Ooh.
kind of blew you away? Is there one that jumps to the front of your mind? If I say like, you got to shake this person's hand and you just couldn't believe you were there in that moment.
Ooh, okay. So I didn't get to shake his hand because of COVID
Okay.
restrictions, but I did get the chance to say hi to Herbie Hancock, which was cool. He was also at Umbria, and he was performing, and it was the first time I ever saw him live. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's up there on stage jumping around playing guitar and stuff. And so we got to go backstage thanks to the trumpet player Terrence Blanchard, and say, just say, hey, thank you for your music. You're such an inspiration. So that was pretty cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, at 22 and now 23, right? People around the world to know your name, I can only imagine what that experience is like. Okay, when people go to Saratoga Springs on December 23rd for your show, and again, you can get tickets, bottom of your screen. Two best places to do it: universalpreservationhall.org, samarajoy.com. What type of performance are people getting?
They're getting a little bit, of me, some jazz standards, but I think the main focus that I wanted, and the main theme that I wanted for this show is like holiday classics, um, and family originals, um, but all in all to inspire and to um, share in the joy of the holidays and being together and stuff. So yeah, expect good holiday classics, a great band, great singing, and that is the last show on the tour, so it's going to be the best one.
Just a couple more things here. I'll let you go. I'm a huge sports fan, and I always feel like um, there can be few things as dividing as sports, but also a few things as uniting as sports. When you get it being in New York, I'm sure you feel this like when the Yankees or the Giants or the Jets and Mets, or if you've got good teams going, the Knicks now, if they are good, you kind of just feel it in the city. The energy is different. What is it about music that makes it as uniting as it is? People say it's like this universal language in a lot of ways. Why? From your experience, what have you found in terms of it just kind of working, no matter what culture you're in, no matter what language people speak?
Well, I don't know, I find that it's just understood, when people listen to the human voice. It is, I was actually on tour with Diane Reeves with the Jazz Lincoln Center Orchestra, and she made a point, which is right. The human voice is the first instrument,
Mm.
so it's something that you know we all, as humans, when it comes down to it, that's what we use, to express ourselves. And so I feel like in music, we all listen to singers, we all listen to people express themselves musically with their voice. And so when we get together and we sing for people, no matter where we are, we know that it's going to be understood. I try to sing in different languages wherever I am, just to pay respect.
Yeah.
But I know, in general, the human voice is a big connector. So, and music is a big connector. So, that's why I love singing.
Yeah, and look, this is a great time for music and connection and uniting. There's no doubt about that. The whiteboard behind you, is that like to tell you where you are going next, just to try to keep things straight?
You can see, oh, let me say, as you can see over here on my board, I should probably green screen it because it's not full. The only thing that's on it is my password to my laptop, so I don't forget it. But it used to. when I bought it in January of 2022, it was supposed to keep track of all this stuff. But now we have Google Calendars for that kind of thing.
Exactly. Makes it a lot more convenient than
Makes
having
it
to write it and erase it and write it back down. Yeah, for sure. Samara, thank you for doing this. We so appreciate it. Really looking forward to the show. Again, you can't get a show closer to Christmas than December 23rd in Saratoga Springs, which is a great town to celebrate the holidays. Safe travels. I know you're hitting a bunch of places before you come see us in the 518. But we're looking forward to it. Again, the tickets scroll on the bottom of your screen, everybody. SamaraJoy.com, universalpreservationhall.org. Samara, thank you.
Thank you.